Previously on Truck Central.
Look at the size comparison between the stock floor mat and the new Husky liner floor mat. We have to modify this by cutting this back section. Here are the instructions for the AVS bug deflector. All right, next part on the list. What you got there, buddy? These are our door seal paint protectors. All right, so this is kind of like very textured.
It's like concrete.
It does not look like concrete.
Black.
It kind of looks like grip tape, kind of. It's thick, textured. So we will prep the door sill surfaces and install them. All right, so we're going to be installing these protective sill guards for the door sill. So what you can see here is that it gets extremely scuffed up. Pan out a little bit. It's not something you notice a whole lot if you're not looking, but as soon as you start to clean and you look up close, covered in scratches. And this is my front passenger door, which gets less abuse than any of the doors. This is just the one I'm starting with. Things that cause this: dogs jumping in and out their nails, scratching it up, kids with cleats, sliding in and out of the truck. Maybe, you know, if you've got mud on your feet and you're kind of sitting sideways and you're trying to clean your feet off before you get in, you know, rubbing your legs back and forth. Lots of stuff causes these scratches. They're inevitable and they're not really a big deal, but it is preventable. So this set comes with the stickers for all 4 doors. It is important to clean it thoroughly. Use these alcohol wipes to remove any grease, and if it's below 60, go ahead and blast it with a heat gun just to bring it up to temp. That way it adheres good. So we'll install this first one and we'll let you know how it goes. Oh, and it does come with this little squeegee to get out the air bubbles. So I have heated the sill. I removed the backing. I applied the alcohol wipes to it and then let it dry. And notice I am wearing rubber gloves or latex gloves. It's because whenever you pull the backing off, it's pretty much impossible to not put your skin against the sticky side of this, and any grease on your hand will compromise the integrity of this product. So you really need to take your time and prep properly and clean properly and make sure you cover your hands. So I will admit the instructions do leave some information out that might be helpful. It doesn't say which piece goes where. However, you can tell by looking at the pictures on Amazon from the product link that which go where, and you can figure it out. The little notch lines up with the connection here to the trim pieces, so you can see how that goes. See, I've got a little bubble here. That's not good. So I'm going to heat that up and see if I can't squeegee that out. And notice I didn't come all the way to the bottom, because if you do, like this is the back door, if you go all the way to the bottom, you'll actually be able to see it when the door's shut. So I pulled it up a little bit and kind of hugged this gasket. Honestly, I could have come down a little bit more because there are a couple scratches down here, but I didn't want that to be seen, so I'm just trying to be cautious. So I'm going to warm this back up with my heat gun and then use the supplied squeegee and see if I can get this all nice and flat and tight. So this looks really nice. I applied heat and I laid it in that corner with the squeegee real good. I do have an air bubble here, an air bubble here that I'm going to use a tack to try to get the air out. So I'm going to poke a couple tiny holes. An X-Acto knife would probably be better than a old tack that's got old sheetrock on it. And I'm going to put a little hole right here too. Alright, I'm going to heat it back up and see if that lays it out. Alright, that did it. A clean surface a little patience, some heat, a squeegee, and a tack, and it will look like a factory job. Looks great. So this Kicker screen protector actually has some fairly handsome packaging. Pretty impressed by that. So they've got this envelope that has the instructions and some other things in there. Here's your microfiber cloth, and the screen itself is in this foam sheet wrapped packaging. So it goes without saying that your screen needs to be as absolutely clean as possible. And so I went ahead and cleaned it with some Windex that is safe for electronics. Make sure you're careful when you're cleaning this. There are some things that are not good for screens, like this. It comes with this. In your possession is one of our well-crafted screen protectors from our Melee lineage. Melee, the Norse god of travel, will protect your transport throughout your voyage. I'm not familiar with that Norse god. And 1 year free replacement warranty, and you can get a 2-year additional. So the thing about these screen protectors, I didn't know they exist. I never planned to put one of these on here, but it's one of those things that's cheap insurance. If you have a screen protector on your phone, you know how well they work and how valuable they are. And ask yourself this: what does it feel like when your screen breaks on your iPhone? And how bad does that suck? Imagine this 12-inch display cracking when the kid in the back seat throws his Hot Wheels and hits that screen and puts a big old crack in it. I would be upset. So, let's see what else it comes with. Here's the manual. And it's got the basic instructions. Clean it with the cloth. Use the dust sticker to remove dust. It includes the little alignment stickers that lets you kind of get it placed before you adhere it. And those are right here. Sorry about that. All right, let's get it on here. So one thing to note in this, if this doesn't encourage you to get a screen protector, I don't know what will. I never thought that I had any issues with this. And I don't. It works perfectly fine. But as I was cleaning the screen, I realized that I actually have 3 minuscule little nicks in the screen. I thought it might have been just something stuck to it, and you can't tell here in the footage, but it's actually a nick in the screen. So it still works, thank goodness. But the screen protector should prevent any more of those from occurring. So, I don't know how that happened. I guess I hit it with something not realizing it. Alright, so here's the process. You take the rag, you clean it. I've already gotten it pretty clean, but I'm just going to use what it came supplied with. And this does look very nice still, other than those 3 unexpected and unknown nicks. Now we'll use the sticker, the dust remover sticker, and you kind of just hold it, and you kind of just get any dust off. I think I've pretty much gotten it. And I apologize for that glare from the sun. Now we take the screen protector itself, and the side with the sticker that comes on it is the back, and that sticker that's on there is attached to the adhesive. So we will leave that on. The instructions say align the screen with the tab on the top right. So that's where you want it. And if you're not a dummy, you have your guide stickers prepared. So what you do with these, these stickers create a sort of hinge. is what you're going for. So you put the screen protector where you want it, and take your time and do this right, because if you don't, it is going to bug you every single day. And I'm not OCD, but I know people who are, and that's just as bad, because even if it doesn't bother you, you got to hear them complain about it. So take your time, get it lined up. I noticed it moved a little bit, so I'm going to shift it. Make sure you check the alignment on all the edges, the top, the bottom. That looks good. If I don't get this right, I am going to hear about it. My wife is going to tell me why she could have done it better, and she could have. She's much better at this stuff than I am. Okay, so we have a hinge, right? So now, sorry, that's out of focus. Now you fold it forward using your new hinge mechanism. You peel back, being careful to not touch that sticky side for any reason. There you go. Now you can see it. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now you kind of just work it out. So you can kind of see these air bubbles. I've got the squeegee from our last project. We'll try to just lightly guide those air bubbles out. Just like whenever you put these on your phones. So there's a good chance you've all done this before. I'm not showing you anything new. Just how it turns out and how it looks. All right, after working the squeegee back and forth a little bit, and if you don't have one of these handy, a credit card or any flat, hard plastic will work, just make sure it's smooth and clean. You don't want to scratch up your new screen protector. So, moment of truth. Make sure all the buttons and functions still work as they should. Listen to that baby purr. Looks like everything works. Sweet. I like it. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. We did 4 cheap, easy mods to help protect and increase the longevity of this truck. So far, it's early to tell how everything's going to work, but I mean, this stuff is pretty simple and it went in real easy. I've been out here installing this stuff for just a couple hours, and it works great. So like I said, the links to all these products will be below in the description. If you have questions about anything, you know, about the install, about, you know, how something goes together, about the quality, about the material, just leave it in the comments and I will try to get you an answer as soon as I can. And as usual, thanks for watching.